Hi everyone, welcome to the How to Craft Network studio. My name is Tony Darroch and this is the wonderful studio where you know day in, day out, you're going to get some wonderful inspiration from either me or my good friends or other fabulous brands as well. So if you are watching right now, this is a premiere for our one-day special on the 16th of August. I am super excited about this one. You know that we started doing our one-day specials in studio live every Friday. So guess what? You get a change. It's the wonderful Sarah from Funky Fossil, one of my besties, and she's put a beautiful collection together for you. And I've just been going through it all and I'm like, can I have? She's like, every time I walk in here, all you say is, can I have? Not, how are you? Can I have? Well, you know, we are crafters, right? We do share. So if you are watching the channel, make sure you can share if you can. Let's spread the love of craft and share the love of craft. And most importantly, if you do enjoy the show, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And if you can, subscribe to the channel. We are live most weeks in studio and it's just a wonderful place to come, be creative, even if you're not buying anything. We do love your company, we do love your comments and interaction, and we do have a wonderful following here on our channel. So please make the most of it. We do it all for you, although we do it for ourselves as well because we've got a bit of fire in our belly in relation to craft because we love it as much as you, right? But we're on the other side of the camera right now, so we're going to go through the wonderful products. We will say hello to Sarah in a moment or two, but I'm going to go through the products because she says she's got a lot of demos. I don't want her in studio for hours, right? So I'm going to go through the wonderful products and then she's going to talk you through the paper collection, show you in depth those, and then she's going to do some lovely demonstrations. And as always, doesn't Sarah do kits so well? I've been saying it for 3 years, something like that. She's king at kits and she's king at rub-ons, right? Well, you've got both in the show today. So if you are watching, shop ahead, make sure you pop the items in your basket. You'll be able to see and view on our website, mytelly.com, also on Facebook and various other places. So wherever you are watching, get in with your comments, have a chat with your crafty friends and just enjoy the show because that's what it's all about, right? Now I do have a wonderful collection kit, what Sarah has put together for you, and the price is less than £40. Now if you are shopping on the How to Craft Network, which you probably are, you will know that if you are a club member you get the extra 5% discounts, and if you have the point system, if you've accrued those points and you are a regular shopper with Stamps by Me, you're going to get those heavy discounts. So what you see on TV ain't what you're going to pay. So you're all at 5%, 10%, 15%, 20%. Most of you are, because you all love Stamps by Me, and that's wonderful. So pop it in your basket. If you like the price, then check it out. Now when we've done these one-day specials before in the past, they have flown, and I don't think today is going to be any different. This is Sarah's first one-day special and we will introduce it in a moment or two, but let's get through the products because there is a ton. I was like, you can have 3 items. Well, I know, I've got a bit of a giddy kipper. Got a giddy kipper in the studio. So let's have a look at the first bundle. So it comes in a creative wallet. So if you are into your storage and you like to be a tidy crafter, probably most of you are not right now watching, but if you do and you like organisation, it comes in this incredible wallet so you can house it on a shelf and store it away accordingly. Equally though, get the bits and pieces out and be creative straight away. So let's go through the bundle, let's talk about the value and then we'll move down the counter. So let's talk about the top piece here. I'm not going to go into great detail read the papers because Sarah's got them over on her side and she's going to show you them page by page, line by line, because they are lovely. And if you want that distressed look and that watercolour look that she does so well and not have to do it yourself, then this kit has got that incorporated in. So we have a full set of papers here. Down by the bottom here we have a wonderful set of stencils. Now I'll show you some samples in a second. It looks a little bit crazy right now, like what's going on there. So you've got the word love with the heart, you have the heart mask, and then you have the 2 hearts, the hearts within the hearts, and then the wood grain which goes within the heart here. So you can see just with these 2 stencils you're going to be able to create a lot of cards, different and interactive. So you've got the stencil system, then moving down by the side you've got, I'm calling these creepers. So you have a set of heart creepers and you have sort of a set of hearts on those like florals that you blow in the wind, and these are really pretty because they've got hearts on the end as well, so really pretty. And again, we've got some samples to show you. These are not small, and it is value for money. Then moving across, you have this wonderful sort of twiggy heart, very abstract in design, really cool. I think this is my favourite out of the whole set beside the papers. I'm not sure. I'll decide at the end. I'll let Sarah do her demos first, then I'll decide. And then we have in there some sentiments that say always and forever and sending love. Beautiful set. Sympathy, love, Valentine's, celebratory, totally got you covered. And then the incredible rub-ons. Now you do get a full set of these rub-ons, and they are various designs, and I know Sarah's got a demo for these, so I'll let her go through these in depth. She'll show you how the system works if you are brand new to rub-ons. So the first collection, item number 160824 Alpha, and it's the complete collection here. Now let me show you some of the wonderful samples. You can see, I mean, look at this masterpiece, absolutely beautiful. But let me show you some of the cards that the design team have made using the look at that, I mean, come on. So you've got a stamp in the corner, the heart at the top, and some square panels from the papers there. Then we have the detailed heart here, always and forever up in the top corner, and Sarah's design team are amazing. They always knock it out of the park in relation to all of their wonderful goodies. All of her wonderful goodies, and the variation of designs, it's very much like my design team. They all have their style, but built together with the collection. Totally awesome, right? So that is that full collection in the show. Now if you want to add that to your basket and you don't want to miss out, and you're thinking, if I miss out on this, I'm going to be gutted, put it in your basket, check out, because if you want to find something else or add something else, you can add to previous order with no extra cost of postage, right? So if you want to secure your purchase, you can totally do it. Probably lots of you have already gone ahead and purchased it, so you're safe and secure. So let's move down the counter. I think the demos are going to be predominantly this collection, but built in with some of the items on the counter as well. So I'm just going to move down. Now we have some stamps, we have papers, and we have dies as well. No, we haven't got stamps. We've got, yeah, we have. I thought it was a stamp. You know, my eyesight, my glasses come in 2 weeks. So let's have a look at the paper collection. So if you love the, I know what a lot of you are like, and your buying habits in relation to Stamps by Me's products, and I see it when you purchase Sarah's products too, okay? You always like extra paper because you're scared in case you run out, and then Tony says, I'm not doing it again. So you all top up. So if you like the papers in the collection, you have this option too to top up if you like it a lot. So this is your Rustic Romance 8x8 paper pad, and I'll do a quick flick, but Sarah is definitely going to go into more detail with it as well. I'm just going to hold some of the pages up actually. I'm not going to show it all because I don't want to repeat and repeat, but look at these papers here. I would cut that heart out, 3D it onto a card, and you get a couple of each design. Very nice. So it is what it says on the packet, Rustic Romance, right? So you can lay it up, and all of the elements in the show are going to work beautifully with. I'm going to leave that one to Sarah because she does have to have a job today. It's not all about me working. She's got a job as well, and she's going to go through it properly with you. And it's nice to have a look at them in detail as well, because a lot of thought goes into the papers. So the 8x8 paper is a collection on its own, but if you want to add it to your basket, of course you can do that too, but it's down to you. If you want to wait till the end of the show, do remember though that if items are in your basket and they disappear, do not email me, because I'm out of here. I'm not answering any emails. If you like it, check it out. If you're just sitting on the fence and waiting for the demos, that's still okay as well. There's no pressure buy, even if you're not buying. But if you like it, check it out. So move on now. Let's move on. I have a wonderful A6 stamp set. Now this is a great background builder. And this is going to fill those awkward spaces where sometimes when we look at our cards, we're like, it needs something, but I'm not sure what. What does it need? This has got you covered, and it works seamlessly with the rest of the collection. It's like it's meant to be, right? Yep, it is, because that's what we do. That's what we do at Stamps by Me. So it's the A6 sort of doodle hearts system with all of the different detail, and they're not a clean heart either. They're very abstract in design. Doodle Hearts by Zinsky Art. This one is $11.99. The code for this one, if you are popping it in your basket, is 160824 Charlie, and it is that A6 clear transparent stamp set on there as well for you. So maybe the collection is a little bit overwhelming, it's got too much product in there, you probably wouldn't use some of the components, then maybe some of the single items on the counter are going to work for you. And if you are a card maker that loves hearts and they are the cards that sell the most or you give the most, then you have that A6 stamp in there as well. So that's 160824. Okay, so I'll show some samples at the end. I was going to show, but I'm not. We'll show them at the end. Right, we've got 2 more. Right, well, actually, I've got 3. I've got something cool at the end, so stay tuned for the one at the end. Not the end of the show, end of this counter. So down by the bottom here, can you see that amazing circular die with the hearts in? Now, I was looking at it thinking, yeah, okay, I actually like that. But then when Sarah showed me a demo, I'm like, can I have that as well, please? She's like, Tony, you didn't want that a minute ago. I'm like, yeah, but now I've seen the demo, I want it. She's doing some cool acetate demo with that. It looks really, really lovely. And look at that sample at the top there. So from the design team with the papers and a shaker in the wind. Oh, it's just beautiful, isn't it? And hearts are timeless. So this one is $12.99, 160824 Echo. Now, it is a big one. And I'll let Sarah talk about it when she gets to the other side, when she actually demos it for you. So normally $14.99, today $12.99, 160824 Echo. And again, combined with the rest of the collection, it is really, really wonderful. You can pick and choose as well as we go down the counter. So there is one more item on the counter, 2. One's hidden, 2. We have the wonderful banner word dies. Now, if you haven't got anything like this in your stash, this is my recommendation today, because the banner word dies are going to work over everything that you have in your stash. So the words are built into that sort of flowy banner on there as well. So you've got big hugs, congrats, thank you, you are amazing, birthday wishes, love you, we do love you, and just because. Now again, $14.99 normally. In the show today for this one day special is $12.99, 160824 Delta. And I'll just pop this card in here just to show you the banner there. And that's the cascading hearts in the background from the stamp set 2 and the die from the wonderful collection. So 160824 Delta. It all works. I'll tell you, if you bought the whole show, it would all work. But if you're looking for something that you're in need of, we always need our words, and they're a great starting point if you are a beginner, or maybe a step away from the traditional die cuts that are square or rectangular, because they're in that banner formation as well. So we have all of those, and the last thing I want to show you on the counter, now you need to get ahead for this one. Sarah's already sold a ton of these. They're always popular. She has them year in, year out, and they're really, really unique in the sense that they're great for giftables. So it's Sarah's 2025 decorating calendar, and you're probably thinking, oh, I've not seen this before. Well, you're in for a little bit of a treat. It's only $12.99, and what you can do as a card maker or crafter is build every page month by month, and you can give it as a gift to somebody at the beginning of next year. So you can keep them in check with those birthdays when they often forget. Don't be giving me one. So you can make sure she knows, or he knows. You can put mark your birthday on there when you actually give it as a gift so they don't forget. And then you can decorate each month by month as well in your own style, or you can decorate it in the way that your recipient would like to receive it. So me, flowers, it'd be flowers on everything, right? So it's so beautiful, and it's uncoated, so you can stamp onto it as well. It has the months by date, by day as well, and each page has a blank part here. Or what I found, Sarah I think mentioned this last year, was if you've got some of your favourite cards that you've made over the last year, you could add one of your favourite cards to each page, because if you don't gift your cards, or it's just a card that you've made and it's hanging around but you're really, really proud of it, then gift it to somebody who will appreciate it rather than in a box at home. So add the cards month by month and then do it as a gift. And then in my office, I've still got my last year's one. You can hang it in the office, on the fridge, wherever it may be, on the entrance as a reminder when you're leaving the house, just what's coming up in those days and months as well. And let me just have a look here. There is a nice little quote on the bottom as well. Is this new? One day or day one, it's your decision. That's my quote.
That's a Tony Darroch quote.
That's a Tony Darroch quote. I didn't actually see that, but she's going to have to pay me for that. You know that, right? We're going to be bickering. No, we're not really. And it's got all of those wonderful quotes on there as well. This is a must. $12.99. Get ahead. I think these are great giftables for Christmas. If you've got a crafty friend, and we say it every time, who don't want another stamp in their stash, who doesn't want another die in their stash, but would really appreciate and understand how much time and effort's gone into a £12.99 product, then this is the way forward for your crafty friends. It really, really is. And it's gorgeous as well, so why not? So that is your advent calendar as well. So you might want to add that to your basket as well. Now that is the full complete show, okay? So you have that wonderful wallet with all of the components. So if you are a kit-based craft maker and you like everything built to match, you have that option. And this is the option we're going to start with straight away. So item number for this one is 160824 Alpha. I'm getting really anxious and I feel like my speech is getting faster and faster because I love this collection, and I know this is our premiere and this is Sarah's first ever one-day special in the How to Craft Network studio. So jump on board, get in the comments, come and say hello. We will be monitoring the show anyway, and we're just super excited to see what you all buy, what you all say, and how much fun you're all having. So I'm going to say hello to Sarah, and she's going to talk you through this wonderful 8x8 pad. So if you do want that top up, but the designs are in the wallet as well. So you don't need both if you don't, but you do have those options with or without. So let's first of all say hello to her first, because you know she's here. She did turn up in time. Are you all right?
I am. I'm very well.
You're looking very nice
You're
today.
going to need a cuppa after all that talking.
I take a deep breath. Are you okay?
I'm well, thank
We've
you.
missed you.
Oh, really?
She always looks great, doesn't she? She's always fantastic, and she's got some great demos. So just tell us a little bit about this nice collection.
Well, as you've already said, Tony, it is, the whole counter is effectively the big collection. So when I get started on a theme, I find it hard to contain myself just to the kind of the one or two items, and it always grows exponentially. So for those of you that have followed Funky Fossil, then the kit that is our kind of one-day special today is our fourth in our signature series. So we bring these out kind of every 6 or 8 weeks, and they're self-contained, so they give you a little flavour of everything that we do at Funky Fossil, your stencils, your stamps, your papers, all the things that Tony's just talked you through. So this is self-contained and will see you into getting straight into your making from the moment that you receive it. And it's all really lovely, beautifully presented. Use it for your storage to keep your bits and pieces after you've got it home and opened it. Or I've seen lots of you decorate it and use it for notelets and other things that you might want to kind of gift as well. You could easily kind of cover the front and make this a really beautiful gift to somebody else.
So nice. So I love it when you put your kits together, because sometimes when kits are put together, they're not put together great, and you look and you're like, well, I would probably use 2/3 of that and not that. But when Sarah puts the kits together, it does all combine really, really well. So shall we have a look at the paper pad and the designs?
So what I was going to say is that in here you've got your 5x7 papers, which Tony's talked you through. And what I've started doing increasingly is also then giving you a bigger set of papers, obviously bigger in dimension. It's an 8x8 paper pad. It enables me to extend the range of designs that if you're already liking what you've got in your kit, you can get even more out of this paper pad. But you'll see there are elements in here that also enable you almost like a project in a single pad. You've got sentiments in here. You've got things that you can cut out and use as toppers on your cards. So if you decide that actually the papers are really where your passion is, then this pad will make the cards for you.
That's a bit
aren't
fancy.
They gorgeous? Texture.
I don't even know if I could cut into that.
There are 3 of each design in the pad, so absolutely do get some of them used. But it's a lovely kind of chalky palette. You can see real texture in here. It's like somebody really skilled at kind of collage and watercolour has put this artwork together for us. And I put some warmer tones in with those richer reds and coppery browns as well. But so you've got a kind of a mix. You've got your pinks, greys and whites and your kind of warmer colours. But each of them is beautiful. And on the counter in front of Tony, you'll see there's a picture frame, and it's a complete cheat. I have done no crafting at all. I have literally just framed the page and made no adjustments to it whatsoever. So put them in frames, everyone. You don't even need to do a whole lot to these to make them something really beautiful to have at home.
I'll just pull it in for you there. There we go.
Look at that, nice. Doesn't it? I mean, it just looks like something expensive shop bought.
It's really pretty, really lovely.
Just that one that one sheet of paper is already turned into something you're going to enjoy around your home. Now, I'll point out as well, in terms of these florals here on this paper, they're also in the rub-ons. So what you will see, as Tony was saying about having everything mix and match and be beautifully coordinated in your rub-ons, just trying to get the 4 sheets. You've got 4 sheets of A6 in the rub-ons that come in the kit. You'll see these florals here, and these are matching the smaller scale version of what you've got in your papers. So again, you're going to be able to build on these papers beautifully. Another one here, and I want to get to I love this one. Again, those same florals, but blown up really large. So again, you're going to be able to see all the different scaling. And this is the sheet I was talking about at the beginning. So you've got tags, you've got sentiments, you've got cuttable elements. So again, add layering to your papers, you've got it covered here. So if you decide that you don't actually want to go with the stamp set, or you don't want to go with the banner dies, you've got sentiments here and you can start making straight away. And that is the most beautiful paper pad ever. I know,
I don't want to cut into it. Before I go into Sarah's first demo, I do want to say to you though, Sarah, one, thank you so much for coming to the How to Craft Network and bringing us something completely new for your one-day special. And two, if you are wanting to see new, we are live every Friday at 1 o'clock with a brand new one-day special. I'm not saying it will be to this grand scale every Friday, because that is hard work to keep up with.
I just treated you today.
You just treated me today. And I do feel like one every Friday would absolutely, like, you'd be like, oh, I don't know whether I'm coming or going. So it will be live every Friday at 1 o'clock. It could be a reconfiguration of something we've done before, a smaller bundle, a larger bundle, but this is an extra special one-day special for you all from the lovely Sarah. This is her first one, and we're going to be doing a lot more moving forwards as well. So every Friday, 1 o'clock, and if we're not here, we will always try and do a premiere for you all, so we know that you're not at home on your own and you do tune in for our live show. So I'll shut up now, and Sarah's going to do a lovely demonstration using the circle heart frame die for you as well. So over to you. I'll be quiet. And
just to follow on from what Tony was saying there, I mean, obviously I love being in the How to Craft Network, and hopefully you've seen me in the past with Funky Fossil, but I will be bringing products to you here. And in addition to the demos that I do today, I will certainly bring you lots more inspiration with these products that we're looking at and sharing. There isn't enough time in a kind of one-day special show to really make the most of everything that's in this kit, but I will be back and doing some demos and either putting them on YouTube or putting them on the Inspiration Bubble here at Stamps by Me. So you won't be left with this kit wondering what to do with it, that's for sure. Right, let's get into a demo and let's have a look at the super large Love Is All Around die set. So it comes with 3 dies. So you've got your inner die, which will cut out of your paper, so you can absolutely have it cut into your card panel, have something contrasting underneath, and it will just look seamless on your project.
That is cool.
It's really lovely, isn't it?
That is really nice.
And of course there you've got your twiggy heart, as Tony called it, stamp there, which I've also laid up a little bit of decoupage with the flower on there. So really easy to do, but it's going to give you it's a good size. The aim and intention of this is to give you a good enough size.
Sarah just said decoupage.
Decoupage.
What we say in Yorkshire is
decoupage.
Decoupage.
Decoupage. Mr. G, my husband, says you've been hanging out with Tony way too long, so I started saying you sen rather than yourself. So I'm picking up lots of Yorkshireisms.
Oops, sorry.
I know. I'm going right downhill. Anyway, so we've got this fantastic die. It's what I wanted to show you really is the scale of it. So this is going to give you a great size for framing focal points. But also, when I was looking at it, it comes with the 2 outer and inner dies, so you can cut it into your paper as we just saw, but also you can cut it out and have an aperture in the middle of it. So it makes really gorgeous circular cards, which is the purpose of me doing this demo here, just to kind of get you thinking about making slightly different cards than you might normally do. And I actually inspired myself on this one, which is a rare occurrence. This is one I'd made already. I've got the papers back in it. I've got one of those beautiful dies that we've got in the kit and the word there. Really simple to do. So all I'm going to do here is actually make it slightly more fancy by cutting the aperture out in the centre. And as you'll see here, I've got some acetate on the back of it. I don't want anybody to get too carried away and thinking I'm going to do a shaker card, because we know I do not do those live ever. So I've cut this out already, and you'll be able to see work out exactly how I've done it. I've cut it out in the pink card, and I've basically then just used these two solid pieces to cut the matching circular base for the overlay that we've got on the top there. I've used the same outer die to cut my back for my card, and then all I've done is scored along the top there, just to give me a fold at the top of the card when I attach them together, and use some of those gorgeous papers. Now this die is so big that actually I've been cutting out the 8x8 papers because it's a wee bit too wide for the 5x7 that are in the kit. So if you're wanting to replicate this card, you'd need the 8x8 paper pad to do that. So you can see already, when I attach that hinge at the top there, we're going to have a card that's going to have a fantastic window at the front. So we better decorate the window, really. That's the aim of this demo, and the aim of the demo is to show you how stunning your rub-ons can be. And I know Tony brings you rub-ons in some of her kits, but she doesn't necessarily, I would say, use them on her actual card fronts. You typically use them to embellish your envelopes, yeah, and kind of add that finishing touch, but they're such a versatile element to use.
So was that you saying I need to use them on different stuff?
Yeah, it was basically. I was get these rub-ons out and get them used, because they'll go onto fabric, they'll go onto glass, they go onto acetate, they go onto wood. So you can absolutely decorate lots of things. In fact, I was looking, before I came to the studio today, I was looking for little kind of fabric bags that I have, the kind of like little gift pouches in like fabric drawstring bags, because you could absolutely use these rub-ons on those and then make something that's going to coordinate perfectly with your card. So they are a great embellishment to use for home decor, for gifting, and onto your card fronts. And they're really easy to use. So I'll just talk you through that process. All I've done is cut a string of the hearts that come in the A6 sheets away from the main carrier sheet. I've left the carrier sheet with it, because if I leave this on Tony's glass mat, it is going to adhere to the mat without me really having to do an awful lot to it. So until you're ready to adhere this to your project, do keep that backing sheet there. And it's going to look like I'm actually kind of embellishing Tony's glass mat until I actually get the lift up the acetate, and you can see that that's what I'm actually adhering it to. So I'm cutting this to size, and I just want some little heart banners on the window that we've got in our card here. I'm going to use, you could use a bone folder to do your kind of adhesion. All you need is a blunt implement, just to give you a gentle burnish onto your surface, and you'll see effectively as you're rubbing down on the onto the transfers, you sometimes see them going slightly greyed out because they've already transferred to the base. But if you're not sure whether you've got that adhesion already, then just pull back this top sheet just very gently, because it's really, really easy just to kind of reapply.
Oh, that looks
so
nice.
Can you see that? So you can see how that's adhered to that acetate, and it looks seamless.
It looks so good, that.
Isn't it so cool? So again, the colours in these rub-ons are very much designed to go with that whole rustic theme that we've got. And you'd be amazed at how far just one set of A6 rub-ons will go. So the other thing to think about with your rub-ons and when you're wanting to use them or build them is they will go on top of each other. So if you've got, for example, in this set of rub-ons, I'm just looking for them here, for example, I've given you a beautiful kind of twiggy wreath, and I've given you a kind of wreath heart. You can then attach or put on top of that your florals and hearts that come in the kit. So don't feel, oh, that's great, it's a standalone item. You can then build up the wreath that you want to with the other elements that come in the kit. They will absolutely work as layering elements on top of each other. So I'm just going to go through exactly the same process as I just did, just to show you it wasn't a fluke. I can do it twice.
I'm so into my rub-ons lately.
I think we've all rediscovered them,
They are
haven't
just
we?
so cool, guys. Honestly, if you've not done them before, Sarah introduced me to them. She gave me a set of her own, and I've started putting them in my kits, predominantly though for our envelopes, because I feel like I love to dressage the envelope, should we say, but I really do need to get my butt in gear and use them on different things because they're so versatile.
They absolutely are, and they're just that lovely finishing touch. You know, I showed you the tags that are in the 8x8 paper pad. You know, you've got something there that these rub-ons will give you. They will transform whatever you put them on top of. So, in fact, there's some samples on the counter when I got them and I was opening them. I was thinking, I didn't put that pattern paper in there. And the design team had put the rub-ons onto the papers, and you could not tell that they weren't part of the actual paper design. So, really, a really good thing to have in your crafting kit. So you can see here, just put it against some white again, so you can see how beautifully they're layering on top of each other. They're giving you a really floaty, dreamy look. So we'll just put the top of the card onto the base, and then we'll just add a few tiny kind of final embellishments from the paper pad, and that will be the card done. So you can see how I've not done any stamping. There's nothing, no kind of super clever techniques in this one, but because we've got such a beautifully coordinated kit, you don't need to work too hard to come up with something that I think you'll be really, really proud of. So.
Right, absolutely. And this could be a new baby, do it in a colour theme. Yeah. It could be Valentine's, celebratory. If you did it in like gents coloured cards, like craft and blacks and greys, you could have a great gents card. Yeah. You know, there's just so much scope. I am loving this collection, I have to say. Congrats, that's me. Congratulations. If you did it in gold, you could do like a gold wedding anniversary card.
Absolutely.
I think sometimes it's nice to do shaped cards as well, don't you?
Yeah. I do, because I think it's always going to stand out. It's always going to kind of catch somebody's attention.
You could put a family photo, a photo in the middle.
You could, absolutely. And say this could then be a topper that went onto a bigger square card as well. So you could kind of build it out from here. The fact that the die is large enough to make a lovely circular card is a bonus, but it would make a great topper as well.
Could you just put the other card at the side of it just to show the differences if you do embellish and you don't look? So they're both the same thing, but different colour waves. Different words set on there. If you want to add some florals, you can. You could have added a full wreath of that wooden twig off the rub-ons into the centre of that window as well, and popped a little picture in the middle. There's so much scope. Now, I love that card personally, that's just me, but if you don't want to use it as that circle formation in a hole, then just use the inner part of the die and it'll put the detail into a square card, an 8x8, 7, 6, and so on and so forth. So that is demonstration number one. I'm going to give Sarah a couple of moments to get ready for her a second demonstration. I'm just going to recap on the main bundle, because that is the value and that is the one day special from our show. So I'm just going to tell you that the wallet is the wallet. Sarah's gone through it beautifully, but what do you actually get in the wallet? You get the paper collection. So it's the same papers that you've seen in that 8x8 pad. Then down by the bottom, you have that stencil system which can interchange as well. Now, if you took that heart that's in that stencil system and pasted through on the circle aperture of that circle die, you had have a sparkly heart in the centre on some acetate and things like that. So think about those as well. And so much thought goes into the full complete bundle to ensure that you're not sat there with a mental block when you get it on your table thinking, right, why did I buy this? Why did I spend my money? You know, it's built together, so hopefully as soon as you open that creative wallet on your crafting counter, you're going to be able to be creative from the get-go. Then moving across, you've got those two sort of heart design creepers, I'm calling them, because I feel like they're great builders for cards, under the sentiments, up the sides of cards, and just fillers in general. If you did them in black, they would look like great silhouettes as well, so build them in on the papers that you have from other brands also. And then we have that lovely A6 stamp set, which I know Sarah showed you a sample earlier with the decoupage rose in the centre, decoupage. That was a really nice card, right? So simple though, so simple, but really effective. And then you have the rub-ons at the side there, 3 sheets of different designs, and you can use them on pretty much everything. So item code for this one is 160824 alpha. normally £45.96, today it's £39.99, and if you have those savings and you're at your 20% discount, you're just getting it for just shy of over £30, which is a steal. And that's the purpose of the How to Craft Network Studios. Well, we want to bring you some deals so then you come back time and time again and support the channel, support Sarah, support me as a family business, so we can grow and just share the love of craft in general as well. So we're going to do a second demonstration. We're all right for time. What is it we're going to be working on this time?
This time we're going to work with the papers from the wallet and that stencil, because I thought it'd be a great way of showing you, as you say, as Tony said earlier, it might look a bit odd in the packaging, but I'll just show you how that stencil is going to come together to give you great effects on your cards, again, really simply and quickly.
Nice, let's do it then, because I'm a giddy kipper because I can see a bit of paste, some sparkle.
Yeah, I thought I might get some sparkle paste,
I'm
a bit
all
of
over
Stella
sparkle.
paste out on the counter. I can't do a demo now without my Stella paste.
So do check out the website as well, because we also have Sarah's other items on there. We have her brushes, we have the sparkle paste as well, all in variations of colours too. So if you like any of those, go and just put Funky Fossil into the search engine. It comes up with lots of bits and pieces.
Yeah, put me into the search engine, I'll pop up wherever you see me. So here we go, we've got a fantastic substrate here and a lovely base. So I went with one of the more neutral bases from the 5x7 papers in your wallet, because I want to stencil over the top. So I don't want to fight with a strong pattern, but you could absolutely use some of the other designs in there. Just, it's great to have that texture already built in for you. And what I'm going to do first of all is ink through the solid part of this word stencil. So you've got your kind of love with the letters cascading down, and we're just going to ink through that with some of our Distress Oxides. And I'm going to go with the colour palette that I think the papers are suggesting to me, which is those kind of browns and pinks, that kind of really shabby chic look. And so I'm going to get some, I'm using a yellow brush, which I don't think is going to cause me any difficulties with the browns that I've got out here. I think I've got Vintage Photo and something espresso, ground espresso. So nice kind of rich brown colours. And I'm just going to live dangerously. I'm not going to tape my stencil down. I'm trying, and I'm not necessarily needing to do this with exact precision, but I'm trying to avoid my heart, because I want my heart to be pink, but actually having a bit of brown around the edges of it will absolutely work, because it will add to that vintagey style.
Yeah, so it's really lovely that. Whilst you're watching that, you don't need to see me, but while you're watching Sarah do the lovely ink through that stencil, I'm just going to do a little bit of housekeeping. Is it okay, Sarah?
You go for it. So
just because, as you all know now, we're live most times and most weeks in the How to Craft Network studio. There's a few things that I just want to keep you up to date with. We may have brand new crafters today, might have new subscribers. So there's a couple of things that we do ask if you're able to. It isn't necessary, but if you can, we always ask that you like and share the show, and this gives us a wider reach. We also have other great things and opportunities for you all. We have an incredible app, so if you want to get in on the app is where you find out most of the news first, and it also enables you to chat to your crafty friends outside of craft as well. So if you want to talk about the weather, or you want to talk about your friend or your neighbour, or just talk in general, you're able to do that without the criticism of any social media posts or anybody in any places that's not supposed to be there. And it's a wonderful community of crafty ladies who are there, one, for the love of craft, and two, because they genuinely want to make crafty friends outside of a bit of paper and some glue. So check out the app. You can look at that at the top of the website. And also, if you can keep checking our schedule, we're going to have lots of lives, lots of things moving forward. We have our deal hunters, one-day specials, craft battles. So it's a nice place to come and get some crafty inspiration and see a smiley face over and over again. We also have Refer a Friend. Very quickly, if you want to refer a friend who's not heard of Stamps by Me, you will be given £10 and the friend will be given £10. And it's a great opportunity to introduce people to more of Stamps by Me and the worldwide reach that is fastly growing on the How to Craft Network studio. And if you're watching at home and you can't see us on your phone because your eyes are bad, and you need glasses or something like that, you can always watch us on your smart TVs at mytelly.com, and that is a nice experience if you like to see things in a grander scale and see the demos in more detail. Sorry, Sarah, over to you.
No, that's great. So the app is a really fantastic way of staying in touch with with fellow crafters, and then you can share your makes on there as well, can't you? So again, if you sometimes feel a bit daunted about putting things onto Facebook, etc., then the app's a great place to share your inspiration. So you'll see already from what I've got on the counter here that I've inked through the stencil, so it looks great. I could leave it like that and I'd be happy. I could put some rub-ons on here. I could use this as a space for stamping my sentiment, which like sending love. But what I'm going to do is use the other part of this two-layer stenciling system, which is going to give you the option of effectively either having hearts within the with the aperture of the that we've got here, or you can have that wood grain effect. And I wanted to kind of go with that rustic style, so you can have one or the other. And again, just think about using just the hearts alone. So if you taped off the heart here from your solid base, you can actually have these hearts all over a background and have the patterns inside it. You don't need to always use it in the format of the word that I've given you. So I'm just going to lay, as you can see, it's very easy to just kind of get that match and lay your pattern over the top. Now, because I'm going to use paste and I'm going to put my paste through my stencil, what I do want to do is just mat off the other heart, otherwise we'll get a random pattern where we don't necessarily want it. Other than that, I'm going to live dangerously and hope that we don't have too much.
Your paste is just so easy to work with, Sarah.
beautiful?
I don't think you are living dangerously. It's really hard to get it wrong.
It is.
Because it's so super fine.
It's just it's got a beautiful consistency, packed with that sparkle. And isn't this colour beautiful? This is, I think, spellbound in terms of the colours that we have. So you can see how it really has that kind of rich coppery tone to it, and it's going to go perfectly with this collection. So definitely one to look for on the website. It's not attached to the show, but I'm fairly sure we've got it in.
It is.
So let's just put it. You can see here I've got it on my palette knife, waving it around, and then waving my stencil around, and not worried about this actually kind of dripping off or going where I don't want it. And it literally... Do
you know, if you did accidentally offset that, Sarah, it wouldn't look crazy bad anyway, would it?
No, absolutely. And that's what I like about these kind of patterns over the solid base, is I always like that look of printing, that's slightly offset printing. I always think it looks really cool. So again, it's difficult to end up with a result that you're not going to be pleased with here. But you can see why it was worth having that masking tape just below there, so I wasn't needing to be too precise with how I applied the paste. But doesn't that just pop?
It's just lovely. And just hold it up a sparkle, just wave it around. That's it, it's fine, that's it. Oh,
look at that. And the dimension as well.
It's so yummy, it's so yummy. And very nice.
One thing to just point to make is that the papers in the wallet are thinner paper than in the 8x8 pad. So the 8x8 pad's 190 GSM. The paper in your wallet's 120 GSM. But you can see that the actual kind of the amount of moisture in this Starlight paste is not so heavy that you can't absolutely stencil over the top of this paper and not worry about it. It'll have a little bit of a ruckle while it's still dry, still wet, but it dries absolutely beautifully flat. So again, get your different mediums out on these papers and see what you can do with them. I would get another little banner die, even though it says love on there. I would still pop maybe a little banner die when the heart's dried across the heart as well, just to zhuzh it up, whatever you want to do, because I'm already getting like, oh, I'd do this, I'd do that. Just shows you though, doesn't it, that the products, we all see them in different lights, we all use them in different ways. And Sarah's like all in now. She's like, right, I've done my demos now, thank you very much. I'm going to come and see you. Is that all right? That was my actual demo, Tony.
I'm going to come and see you.
That was my demo.
Oh, was it?
I was going to put my banner
sorry, darling. Go on then.
No, you've ruined it now.
It is nice. It shows that we know our craft.
It means that we occasionally agree on something.
Sometimes we bicker like crazy, Offset. I'm only joking. We don't really. That is a cute. Do you know what?
That's amazing.
That is a very rustic romance card. That is really nice.
And look at that, just that copper cardstock with the pink. Again, just ties it all together. Isn't that gorgeous?
That is really nice. And so the elements from what Sarah's used in that particular demo are components from the wallet itself, the papers from the wallet itself, the stencils from the wallet itself, and then that banner die as a separate entity. We don't say you have to buy everything. If you want to, you can, but if you've just come for the inspiration, I hope Sarah has inspired you in one way or another. I want to say a big thank you for coming and doing the One Day Special. You are a star.
My favourite place to be, I will always say about How to Craft Network. Invite me back.
Now, if she doesn't sell anything, she's not coming back.
I'm
if
off.
you don't see her again, you know what happened. I'm only joking. So if you do want to invest, that wallet is available at that super duper price,
Oh, look how busy you are.
$39.99. Sarah's on a stepper, by the way, from Tim's gym. Well, she's feeling very proud with herself right there. So whatever you're doing, have a great day. If you've missed the show, please catch it at a later date, or we will be airing it again as well, so you have opportunities to catch the show. But if you can, like, subscribe, give us a thumbs up, maybe pop a comment underneath and let us know if you did enjoy the show. We do love your feedback, good or bad. So whatever you're doing, have a fantastic day, and we will see you all soon, me and Sarah from Funky Fossil. Take care, everyone. Bye.
See ya.